All right, Chloe here with Rooted Dog Training, and we have another question for IGTV in regards to our weekly post of Q&As. So if you got a dog question, be sure to look out for that post. Otherwise, we're going to tackle this next question, and it is from Jenny Anchondo, my cousin, by the way. If you want somebody really cool to follow, you need to go check her out. She's a news TV journalist. I don't know what the proper title is. but she's got some really cool feed in her social media, so go check her out. Anyways, she has a dog named Charlie, and she also has a young toddler. So I think she's almost 2 now, or getting there, 1.5 years or so. But anyways, she is asking, how do I get Charlie, her dog, to stop eating crayons? I really like this question because of the topic I'm gonna kind of go around, and it is the whole like mixing dogs and kids together. Kids are messy, right? They leave toys around, you know. They just got stuff everywhere, right? And kids, of course, and kids and dogs. I firmly believe, and in fact, I just put a post up on Facebook about this, that there needs to be a lot of responsibility around the two. Dogs are predators. You know, there could be some dangerous aspects to that when mixing with kids, making sure that the kids know how to behave around dogs, all that kind of stuff. But here specifically, we're talking about how to keep your dogs from eating or getting into objects, you know, toys, things that the kids leave around. And the crayons, well, I don't really know, but specifics on this, but I'm sure that's not really a safe thing for a dog to be ingesting into their body. So if you want to avoid the vet bills, then I would definitely teach your dog to stop doing this. And as well as, you know, teach him how to stay out of the kids' belongings, right? Those aren't dog toys, right? You have your dog toys and the kids have their kid toys, right? There's a difference. So really important to teach Charlie, and if you're in the similar situation, teaching the dog boundaries, right? Teaching that these are not yours, or there's an appropriate time to be interacting with the kids, interacting around the toys, that sort of thing. So what you want to do is first off, I want to talk about punishing the behavior, okay? So there's a couple things that I want to tackle, but first off, it's punishing the behavior of actually eating the crayons or getting a hold of objects that are the kids, okay? So this would be, you could punish the dog or correct the dog, however you want to say it, by, you could use a bonker, which is just a rolled up towel, right? 2 rubber bands on the ends, and you know, toss it towards the dog if you see them going for any objects. You're not gonna hurt the dog, it's a cotton towel, right? You're not gonna hurt the dog. That's the whole point. And it's just to startle, to interfere, and punish the dog, okay? That gets uncomfortable when you go do that, when you get into that space, okay? And this could be specifically maybe, you know, teaching the dog boundaries as far as, you know, you're not allowed in the playroom, or you're not allowed in the kid's bedroom, whatever that might be, you know? Figure out what those boundaries might be, or it could just be like those objects, no, you stay out of there, so you get bonked, okay? You could also use a leash correction if you keep a leash attached, so long as the dog is supervised when that leash is attached, you could do that. You could use, you might be able to use a pet convincer, but that may not be good enough, but you could look into that. But of course, e-collar. E-collar is your best bet. It's your best tool for things like this because you can be really quick and you don't have to have anything attached, right? You don't have to have a leash. You could have a remote attached to you. So if you go through proper e-collar training, conditioning of the collar and knowing how to use it properly, this would be a great way to correct the dog for something like this, or to teach them boundaries around this sort of thing. So that might be something you want to look into as well, especially if you have a lot of boundaries that you want to set up. And honestly, when it comes to kids, I think e-collar training is almost a must. I think it just makes life a whole lot easier for the parents to be responsible between, you know, supervising or caring for kids and dogs in the same household. I think it's just the right way to go. So that might be something you wanted to consider. The other kind of stuff that I want to talk about is really management, and some of it is just going to be common sense stuff. But sometimes we just don't think this way when it comes to our animals. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, it's really kind of silly because for some reason we trust our dogs more than we do our kids when being left out in the house, right? Like we leave the house and the dog's like free in the house to do whatever they want. For some reason, we trust them. But we would never leave a toddler alone in the house, right? And why is that? Because toddlers get into stuff, right? They open cabinet doors, they grab objects, they put stuff in their mouths. Dogs do the same thing. So we need to set up management around dogs just as we do for young children. So this might mean locking up the crayons. This might mean locking up certain objects like toys, making sure things are put away after we use them. I know it's another task on top of a busy parent's life, but it's just kind of part of the piece to having pets when you mixed with children. It's just part of it. So think about that for you parents out there, that this may just require a lot of management. Almost like doggy proofing the house, essentially. Is just like you would baby proof a house, you want to dog proof a house as well. So if you have a problem where your dog gets into the trash, what do? Well, you lock up that cabinet, right? So same thing with crayons or whatever the thing may be, is just management, making sure these things are put away, that they're kept away safely. And then of course, punishing, teaching boundaries, things like that. So hope that was helpful, and I really think it's a great subject to be talking about because it is just a super common problem when we get dogs and kids mixed together. So hope that was helpful. All right, Jenny, let me know if you have any more questions, and feel free to put those other questions out on our Q&A post. And I think that was a great question to help a lot of parents out there. So all right, you guys, talk to you later. Bye.